I'm working on an Isuzu NPR and I have a tensioner that is partially broken. It's right there in the center of the screen. I'll let it focus. There we go. And the problem is that the head right here on the adjuster snapped. These tensioners are quite a bit different than anything you'll find in Cummins, Detroit, or Volvo. They work a little different. There's not a spring that just springs one way and then you release it a bit and replace the belt. That's not the way these actually work. So the way these work, I've got to explain it in order to show how to replace it, is this right here slides that up and down. Well, it slides it down when there's tension on the belt. And this right here, that will tighten it. That doesn't tighten this. It actually tightens right here and tightens all the way to the back. So this part has to be tight. And as you can see, we've got all three access holes right here. They're not access holes, sorry, these bolts. And these are 12, all four of these, and this is a 14 millimeter. So if it's down like that, like it is right now, it's blocking one of these and you can't get these all the way out. And it's in that position. So what I have to do is, you would think you just adjust it and it would go up, but the problem is that that head is broken off. So what I've got to do is release that, or I can just snip the belt and then release this. If the belt has a lot of tension on it, you want to cut the belt from below or above, just to the side if you can, so it doesn't fling up and hit you. You don't want to take this off when there is a lot of tension on the belt, because you can fling up and hurt yourself. Now, what I'm going to do, because there's hardly any tension on the belt, is I'm just going to take this off on the one that's on there. The reason I'm doing it right here is way easier to show what's going on right here than to try to get on the ground and hold the camera and do it in there while I'm doing it with two hands. So this is just easier. So what I'm going to do is, like I said, you can cut the belt if you need to. If there's a lot of tension, go ahead and cut that belt. But what I'm going to do is this, and I'm going to take this completely off because it is covering right there. And then once I get that off, I will do that, and then I will have access to those. And the only reason I'm doing that on the one that's there right now is because that head is busted and I can't adjust this up and down at all. It's just frozen in the back. Let's see if I can get some sort of video under here. That is the head of the bolt that busted. And as you can see, all this stuff on the ground, I don't lay on the ground. I'll get it in my back. It's really quite painful when it goes into your pores. It's a bunch of this fibery, dusty stuff. So I'm going to lay on my creeper, and I don't really have a whole lot of clearance under here, which is why I wasn't initially going to show it this way, but maybe I can. See, I don't have a lot of tension. There's a little bit, it's holding that up, but there's not a lot. So what I'm going to do, I've got that loose, and that is just the 14 millimeter right there. Get that plate off. I think I may actually have to cut the belt. I wasn't thinking about it, but when I slide this out or try to, it is creating a little bit more tension. So it will be quite tight, and it's a little bit too far for me to get this all the way up. So I'm actually gonna have to cut that belt. I got that belt cut. I should slide right off. Yep, there we go. Let's get that belt out of the way. These two right here, and then there's one right here. Those are the, oh, sorry, I didn't get all of it off. Those are the 12 millimeters. So I recommend, if this snapped down here, that bolt that I was showing you that snapped, if that is the case, that it's pretty rusted, then these will very likely be rusted as well. So go ahead and soak those in PB Blast or whatever you have, some sort of penetrant, and just let them soak for a while. These two you can only get from the front. This bottom one you can get from the front and the back. So go ahead and do those and let those sit for a while. The fit was a bit tight. I got two of those off, and those are on the outer edge towards the driver's side, the left side. And the other one towards the passenger side was quite a bit more difficult, even though there was back access to spray some penetrant into that. So I'm using a ratchet and a socket and some extenders and a swivel, and I mostly got it off. It took a bit to crack. And once I get that off, that whole assembly there should just fall down. Yeah, I got it. It just fell, so it is right there. And those are the 3 points that I was talking about. Hopefully those are not rusted out at all, and you can just get some new bolts in those. What I would suggest doing right now is getting the new bolts and putting them in there, and just make sure they go in and out, that the threads aren't messed up. They shouldn't be, but it's best to check before you go do the rest of this. And then with the new bolts and the new tensioner, go ahead and get that on, and make sure to tighten that. You just tighten that hand tight, because you don't want that slipping down when you're putting this on. You want that up as high as possible, so up to the top, and then just hand tighten that. And it will tighten that fully down later, but you want this as far as it'll go, so you have access to all 3 of these for the bolts. So I got all 3 of those on there and tightened, and for some reason, if I don't do this one last, I tend to cross thread it, and you do not want that. So get these 2 as tight as you can with your hand, and then start to thread this one. And once this one starts going, you can go ahead and tighten all 3 of them. And from here, you can't just slip the belt on, because the way the belt is arranged with the other belt, the fan belt, you have to actually move that. You gotta loosen that up at the alternator and back that up, and then slide the new belt under that. So I'll show you how to do that. I thought I was filming this part, and I guess I wasn't, so I'll just go over what I did. You have to loosen the alternator and slide it that way. In order to do that, I sprayed some penetrant, the PB Blaster, in right here. Right here, there is, where'd it go? Right there, and then there is one on the bottom. See if I can focus in on that. There. So then what you do is you crack that one, get that a little bit backed off. That's a 14 millimeter. Then you come up here, get that one backed off. That's a 12 millimeter. And then right here, you just rotate it counterclockwise. And then you should be able to just push on it like that. And the reason we do that is so we can get this belt off, because this AC belt has to go right here and into there, and it's got to go up and over. Sorry, this it keeps auto-focusing on the wrong stuff. And you can't get it in there with this belt on, so you've got to detach this belt and then get the AC belt in, and then put this part back on. With that forward, we can then slide that belt off. Once that belt is loose, you go ahead and take the AC belt. Sorry, I don't know what I was talking about. I had a long night and it didn't sleep very well. So it does not go over the alternator at all. Don't know why I said that. It goes over there. I'll just try to show you. It loops around just over. Crap. Sorry, I'm not having a good day all of a sudden. Get this out of the way. Over here. You can see that. Then we get it over the AC compressor. This is not the easiest thing to do with one hand. I'm filming as well. There we go, and then we can get that over the tensioner, but you want to make sure, you see right down there, that see how it is on those grooves there. You don't want that, you want it all the way back. Sorry about the confusion on my end. So that's what it should look like. And see how there's a lot of slack in it. That's fine for now, because you want to get this back on and get that alternator tightened before you mess with this, just to get that done. And then we want to get that belt back on everything. And what you can do is just push with one hand like that, and while you fish it around. And when you go like that, the weight will push it back, and then you just go ahead and tighten that up as much as you can. And then you tighten it here, and then that 14 on the bottom. Once you get everything tightened down and you've got enough tension, like I said, make sure to get that tight, and then down there. But you want to get this tight first right here, and that's what springs it in and out, and then tighten the 12 and the 14 down there, and then we go back to the bottom. Here we are at the bottom, and you want to loosen this one up so it'll drop down. See how it's loose? There we go. What you want to do is just tighten this by hand, and then after that you can tighten it with a ratchet. Still way too much slack. Not exactly a tensioner. It's I mean, it's putting tension on the belt, but idler pulley system, I guess you'd call it. Once you get that tightened up to the proper tension, then you tightened that one, and then you are pretty much done. Then you go ahead and fire it up and make sure everything's good. One thing you may come across on these, if you turn the AC on and the AC clutch engages, it pops out, and then it starts squealing really bad, your compressor may be shot. So just a heads up on that. It happens a lot in these. So I hope that helps somebody. Sorry, part of it was kind of convoluted and bouncing around a lot. So yeah, I hope that helps somebody. If it did, please consider subscribing, and happy wrenching out there. Happy driving, safe driving, blah, blah, blah. Okay, bye. I thought it might be helpful to share this. These are the part numbers. It's the Pulley idle tensioner, and that is the top one. And you might want to speak with your OEM rep or Isuzu just to verify that's what you need, but that's what I used on this. And those are the 3 bolts. That middle one, that number there is a 6, there's my chicken scratch, and that is the belt number. This belt needed to be replaced anyway. It was starting to crack. So yeah, I forgot I was going to include those. So there they are for your viewing pleasure. Okay, again, for the second or third time, I don't know what I'm talking about at this point. Have a good day. Bye.